Hi friends, today we're going to talk about interpreting the slope and y-intercept from an equation and also determining whether two lines are parallel or perpendicular or neither. So recall for slope, it's the y over the x. If slope is positive, that means y goes up and x goes up. If slope is negative, that means y goes down as x goes up. And then also, the y-intercept is either their starting value, I shouldn't say either, is the starting value, and also the y value when x is 0. So let's look here. The equation F equals 9/5 C plus 32 is used to convert temperatures Celsius to Fahrenheit. So first thing here, find the Fahrenheit temperature for a Celsius temperature of 0. So part A, if Celsius is 0, then Fahrenheit is 9/5 times 0 plus 32, which means the Fahrenheit is 32. So when Celsius is 0 degrees, Fahrenheit is 32 degrees. That's that conversion. Then it says find the Fahrenheit temperature for a Celsius temperature of 20. So I'm just going to plug 20 in for Celsius. 9/5 times 20 plus 32. That will give us a Fahrenheit temperature of 60 degrees. So 20 degrees Celsius converts to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Interpret the slope and f-intercept. That's the same as y-intercept. So the slope here is 9/5. Normally we would say the slope is y over x, but if we look at our equation, f is representing y and c is representing x. So really this is like Fahrenheit over Celsius. It's positive, so they're both increasing. We always start with the bottom number, so we would say if Celsius increases by 5 degrees, then Fahrenheit increases by 9 degrees. So they're both going up. Again, as Celsius increases by 5 degrees, Fahrenheit increases by 9 degrees. My y-intercept here is 32. I guess they're saying the f-intercept is 32. We say that the y-intercept is the y value when x is 0. So this will be the Fahrenheit value when Celsius is 0. So again, this means the point 0, 32. So Celsius is 0, Fahrenheit is 32. So if Celsius is 0 degrees, Fahrenheit is 32 degrees. It says to graph it. We're not going to graph it. We won't worry about that. The equation h equals 2s plus 50 is used to estimate a woman's height in inches based on her shoe size S. So in this case, h is representing y and s is representing x. So y is the height and x is the shoe size. Estimate the height of a child who wears a women's size 0. So we're going to plug 0 in for s. 2 times 0 plus 50 would mean that the height would be 50 inches. So this is also a point, 0, 50. If shoe size is 0, height is 50. Estimate the height of a woman with a shoe size of 8. So height is 2 times 8 plus 50, which gives us 66 inches. So again, that's another point if we were to graph this, 8, 66. Interpret the slope and y-intercept. My slope here is 2 over 1, which again is y over x. And we said y is representing the height, x is representing the shoe size. They're both positive, so they're both increasing. So if shoe size increases by 1, because that's our bottom number, height increases by 2 inches. Make sure you're using labels here. Don't just say 2, say 2 inches. And then our y-intercept is 50. Again, we said the y-intercept is the y value when x is 0. So in this case, it would be the height if shoe size is 0. So if shoe size is 0, height is 50 inches. And again, we're not going to graph it. One more like this. T equals 1/4 n plus 40 is used to estimate the temperature in degrees based on the number of cricket chirps in 1 minute. So in this case, T is representing our y value, N is representing our x value. So again, T is temperature, N is number of chirps. So estimate the temperature when there are no chirps. So the temperature then, 1/4 times 0 plus 40 would give us a temperature of 40 degrees. So when there are 0 chirps, temperature is 40. Estimate the temperature when the number of chirps is 100. So the temperature is 1/4 times 100 plus 40, which would give us a temperature of 65 degrees. So again, if chirps is 100, temperature is 65. Interpret the slope and t-intercept. So the slope here is 1/4, which again is normally y over x, but in this case, it's temperature over chirps. I can see they're both increasing because they're positive. So if number of chirps increases by 4, the temperature will increase by 1 degrees. I'm just going to say temp increases by 1 degree. My y-intercept here is 40. Again, that just means the y value when x is 0. So if number of chirps is 0, temperature is 40 degrees. All right, the second part here is parallel and perpendicular lines. Parallel lines have the same slope and different y-intercepts. If 2 lines are parallel, then the slopes are equal. And parallel vertical lines have different x-intercepts. So if 2 lines are vertical, as long as they're not the same line, they'll be parallel. So if we look here, we have to find the slope first. In order to find the slope, I need to get y by itself. So I'm going to take 3x, Negative 2y is negative 3x plus 6. Then dividing everything by negative 2, we'll get y equals negative 3 divided by negative 2 is the same as positive 3 divided by positive 2 plus negative 3. So if we look at our first equation here, the slope is 3/2. The y-intercept is negative 3. Our second equation, the slope is 3/2. The y-intercept is 1. So they have the same slope and different y-intercepts. So yes, they are parallel. So look here, our first equation, I can see the slope is 2. The y-intercept is negative 3. Our second equation, we have to get y by itself. So I'll add 6x. 3y is 6x minus 9. Then we need to divide everything by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So this has a slope of 2, a y-intercept of negative 3. I see that they have the same slope, but they also have the same y-intercept, which means they are the same line. So no, they are not parallel because they're the same line. Perpendicular lines then, the slopes are opposite reciprocals of each other. So if we flip the top and the bottom and change the sign, that would be opposite reciprocals of each other. So we're going to do the same thing. First one here, slope is negative 5, y-intercept is negative 4. Actually, I'm going to call this slope negative 5 over 1. Here we need to get y by itself, so subtract x. Negative 5y is negative x minus 5, and then dividing everything by a negative 5, we'd get y equals negative x over negative 5 is the same as 1/5 x plus 1. So here my slope is 1/5. My y-intercept is 1. If we look at our slopes, one's positive, one is negative, and they're reciprocals of each other. I know something's a reciprocal of each other because if I multiply them together, I'd get negative 1. So like negative 5 over 1 times 1 over 5 is negative 5 over 5. So yes, those are opposite reciprocals, and yes, these lines are perpendicular. One more, we'll get both of these to get y by itself. Take away 7x. So 2y is negative 7x plus 3. Dividing everything by 2. I'd get y equals, I'm going to keep it as a fraction, negative 7/2 x plus 3/2. It's easier to keep it as a fraction than to turn it in, or than to do negative 3.5. It's easier to see if they're opposite reciprocals that way. Take 2x, take 2x. 7y is negative 2x plus 5. Dividing everything by 7. I'll get y equals negative 2/7 x plus 5/7. So for our first one, the slope is negative 7/2. The y-intercept is 3/2. Our second one, the slope is negative 2/7. Y-intercept is 5/7. In order to be perpendicular, the slopes have to be both reciprocals, which they are, and opposite signs, which they're not. If I multiply these two together, my two slopes, I would get negative 14. Oh, no, positive 14 over 14, which is positive 1. Like we saw over here, it has to be equal to negative 1. So these are not perpendicular. All right, have a nice day.